This is a place where you can feel the pieces of history fitting together and the magic on the air. I can describe this place in 3 words. Impressive.
Hello there, how you doing?
The country of the 1001 nights. The city of Nukus in the Autonomous Republic of Karakalpakstan is the starting point of our journey in Uzbekistan. 2 weeks of adventure in this ancient country are ahead of us.
But we don't have what's the president. So we belong to Uzbekistan. So it's autonomous republic in Uzbekistan.
Selling fruit on the road is something very usual in Central Asia, also in Uzbekistan. Whenever I can, I take my time to buy some of this fruit, which is always of very high quality. Wow, very big.
Keeping our tradition, the tribes. So we live by tribes. In the past, our ancestors also. So I can tell it's really important. We are still living together in one country. We're so friendly.
You live peacefully?
Of course, there is no scandal. We live peacefully. We respect each other because they were also. So their ancestors came to our country a long time ago. So they were born here. It means that they are also children of this country. Some historical sources say that the architect of this building was from India, but some historical sources say that he was from around this area. But I'm not sure about this because this is there are a lot of informations, a lot of legends about this area.
Amazing love story in this place. The princess fell in love with the architect of the building, and as usual, the marriage was not allowed by the king, and he obliged the 2 lovers to jump from the roof of the building. Of course, the 2 of them died, and they are buried here. As many love stories in the past, this is a very sad one, with very bad ending. So the Turkmenistan border is right there?
Yeah, right there. So you can see this way goes to Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
So there is a border, like it's a gate from our country to Turkmenistan. You can see. So you see white color among trees.
Yeah.
That's the gate.
So it's right there.
Right there. Yeah.
We say madrasa.
Yes,
It's the same
madrasa.
word, right?
Yes, madrasa actually is Arabic word.
Arabic.
So the word madrasa came to Karakalpak language from Arabic language. So because
The 2 words are
yes. But originally Karakalpak a Turkic origin, but close to Arabic also. Yeah.
Hello. Bonjour. Bonjour. I say shalom.
Salam.
Nice to meet you.
I can show you.
Yeah. It's a very healthy.
And yes, and use this towel. must be quite clean, waiting for us.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Niye siz bizimle oturmayacaksınız?
Ve zaten ayağa oturuyorsun. Oturalım.
This is the typical bread
Bread.
he shows in his documentaries.
Yeah.
España me pita.
Hand baked.
Baked.
Baked bread.
Yeah.
In the oven, in the natural oven.
Cherry.
Cherry maybe, yes.
Yeah, let's try.
Cherry.
I wanna try everything.
Can you see it?
Thanks.
What was your name?
My Sarsen.
Sarsen.
Okay.
S-A-R-S-E-N.
Tasya.
Yeah. My full name is Sarsen Bay, which means Wednesday.
Wednesday.
My name came from the word in caravan language. In English, it's Wednesday. Sarsenba is Wednesday. Sarsenba. So why I was named like this? Because when my mother was pregnant to me, so she met an old woman on the way.
And she said, your son is gonna be born on
Yes,
Wednesday.
but she did. That time there was no ultrasound.
Ready?
So the blue color means the sky. The moon means is a sign of Islamic religion. The 5 stars, 5 ancient cities. The red color, blood in our body. Yellow color is the desert, because 80% of our territory is desert. Green color is the Greenland.
You know what? The Spanish flag is red, yellow, red.
Really?
So you have the Spanish flag in the middle of yours.
There used to be foxes, gophers, a lot of kinds of animals, wild boars, and a lot of kinds of birds, even flamingos. But we still have a small number of these animals on the plateau and in the lake dispers.
It's calling me like the rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow. The rainbow.
Yes, I've always wanted to see this place. It's overwhelming. I can't believe I'm here. It's like a dream. Look,
It's calling me.
this place where I am now, it used to be the sea bottom. This was the sea bottom. Now it's totally dry. It was drained for industrial purpose in the times of the Soviet Union.
I can't control.
Can you imagine this place full of water? Wow, it's tremendous. Only the Soviet can do something like that. This is the real Uzbekistan. I love it. I love it.
Like the rainbow.
Very good driving. You eventually find it. Yeah,
Dropped under the seat here.
the car is too crowded. You lose something here, you can lose it forever. Sea 2021. Yeah. Okay, welcome. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is our yurt. Thank you.
Number 2.
Number 2. Thank you. Hello. Life in the camp is quiet, but even though there are very few visitors, the staff of the camp never stop working and taking care of absolutely everything. We get ready for a fantastic dinner at the camp, although to be honest, I have the feeling that we don't deserve so much. In the meantime, we enjoy the sunset from this privileged site by the Aral Sea. This is the yurt camp where I am staying. I have stayed overnight here. These yurt camps remind me of the nomadic lifestyle, so typical of the peoples of Central Asia. The nomadic lifestyle represents freedom, the freedom in life to go wherever you want to do, wherever you wish. I believe we have a nomadic gene in our nature. I think we are all nomads, even if we don't know it. At least I feel my nomadic genes very intensely. I feel I am where I must be. I feel really free. I feel really, I don't know how to say, really alive. It's gonna be difficult to get back home, really. But I have to. Okay, so I am walking back to the camp to have some breakfast. Let's see what we have this morning. In this trip I am eating too much, I am eating in excess. I guess I will have to do a lot of exercise and to restrain myself from eating for a long time when I get back home. They are giving us a lot of food, they are treating us like kings and queens. And yeah, it's impossible to eat all the food they give you. I'm walking back to the camp, as I say. It's still very early in the morning, it's 6:30 a.m. In the middle of the desert of Uzbekistan. I am completely alone, surrounded by nature. The sun is rising by the Aral Sea. My mind is clear, my heart is beating very strongly, so what else can I ask for? Maybe a good breakfast. Everything around me is so amazing. I am such a privileged person in life. I am so lucky that I can enjoy these things and I still come back to my comfortable life. So, yeah, nothing to complain life. These are the typical toilets in yurt camps. It's just a hole in the middle of the ground and a couple of tables around it so that you can set your feet. That's it. But I have used other similar toilets in other countries in Central Asia. And I can say this is a luxury one because it has paper. Paper toilet is a luxury. It's a 5-star toilet. So my advice before using these toilets is that you empty your pockets completely. Don't leave anything inside because you don't want to lose anything in there. Believe me, you lose something there, it's lost forever. You don't get it back. No way.
caravans rest here, so they used to have a rest here. Yeah, they used to have rooms for camels, for people. Yeah.
So it was one of the main ones in the Silk Road.
Yes, yes.
It was the lighthouses. So before, when there was a population, there was a fishing settlement. People lived here in this area, so they used this lighthouse to find this fishing village.
Great guy. Thank you very much for everything. You've been so kind. Thank you for guiding us so well. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
This is Khiva, one of the three main cities in the Silk Road, in the ancient Silk Road. Their walls are still here standing, of course with some reconstruction, but still they look like original. It's beautiful. These walls look like a castle of sand. It seems that they may collapse at any time with the rain. These walls are expanding here just for me today because I am the only person around here in this very moment. So, in a way, these are my private walls today. Now, seriously, it's a pity that I am alone in a place like this, like Khiva, this monumental site. It is August 2021. In normal conditions, Khiva should be absolutely packed with tourists from all around the globe. And however, there are very few foreign visitors at present. And of course, this is happening in most countries around the globe, not only here in Uzbekistan. Meaning what? Meaning that the world has changed a lot. The pandemic has caused a fear that is deeply rooted in our minds. So I am starting to understand that going back to what we used to call normality is going to take a while, probably years, if we ever get back to it. And why? Because this is not only about fighting the disease, of course, but it is also about changing our minds, our mentality. And yeah, as I say, I'm starting to understand that this is going to take a while. And this is a very bad symptom, a symptom that the world is not working. It's a pity.
Part 2 in here, and minarets also 16 museums in Tangier, 150,000 for each.
Getting to the top of the minarets, one of the main attractions of Khiva, but you have to really watch your step because you have to climb in narrow places like this with very, very high steps, very little space. A few minutes later we're still here climbing steps. This is steeper and taller than we expected. Here I am at the rooftops of Khiva, enjoying the sight of this amazing fortress. I can picture in my mind the images of the merchants of the Silk Road strolling around the streets of this city. It must have been a big mess those times. Yeah, really a big mess. Khiva has plenty of patios like the one where I am right now, with walls covered with beautifully painted ceramics, all of them in blue, and amazingly carved columns. This is an infinite place. There is one palace, one mosque, one patio, another patio, one minaret, one tower. Never ending. Traveling is discovering, and discovering keeps you current, brand new like a child. So traveling really renovates me. It makes me feel a new man every day, and on top of that, it feeds my imagination and my dreams. So what else can I ask for? There is no drug that can make you feel like that, I think. The nightfall in Khiva is immensely beautiful. The lights and the colors play with each other at this time of the day, producing magic combinations that are difficult to believe. But our journey along the Silk Road still has much more to offer. It is time to say goodbye to Khiva and move on. I love these trips in which you go from one place to another, then another and another, using different transportation means. Today I am on a train from Khiva to Bukhara, and then I will take another train from Bukhara to Samarkand, and then Samarkand to Tashkent.
Hello there, how you doing? I'm the crazy one hiding here.
There's no menu, only blah 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 menu.
Do you need my help?
No, because he took us to the kitchen and we could see the menu. And
you could see the animals and you choose which one to keep.
he didn't understand what beef means, but we made the sound of the cow. Moo.
Yeah.
And he said, it's okay, moo moo.
It's like, it was a ship, like bear.
No, it's not a... No, not bad.
Or at least they have something.
We prefer like smooth than instead of bear.
Yeah, this onomatopoeic way of speaking.
Exactly. We're gonna drink together. Do you have your pastis? No, pastis is French. What you have?
Grappa.
Grappa. Grappa.
No grappa.
No grappa.
No grappa.
I'm terrible.
No grappa, no amici.
No, because he can spoil the Ferrari with the grappa. Everything is connected. There's a logic for everything, you know.
Okay, sounds perfect.
Mother,
yes.
son.
Father, son, father. And the boss, the king. Bukhara. Mikhail. Тимур. Okay, good.
У меня сын Амир.
Амир Тимур?
Да, у меня сын Амир.
Амир. Окей.
Самое лучшее блюдо это спагетти. Макароны.
In school.
Bellissimo.
Mira, aquí está. El pimiento con carne.
Узбекистанский дастурхон. У вас такой?
Хорошо? Хорошо?
Ну, конечно, не как в Испании. Ну, все-таки.
Bellissimo.
В Испании.
Спасибо.
Давайте.
Come on.
El té rico.
Rahman.
Rahman.
Okay, come on.
Спасибо. Давайте, за ваше здоровье. Я не знаю, как вы по-английски лучше.
We are here with our Uzbek friends.
О, Узбек friend.
Registan.
Tashkent locomotive.
Yes.
Bukhara is very windy. It's amazingly windy. Sometimes I struggle to keep my cap on my head. I have just changed some money, and for 200 euro I got more than 2 million sums. So all of a sudden I have become millionaire. Just for you to have an idea, 1 euro is about 12,500 sums. Sums is the local currency, of course. So as I was saying, I am millionaire. This is a new sensation for me, a new experience. So now I have to think what to do with my fortune. Prices in this country are amazingly low. You can buy a bottle of water like this for less than 25 cents of the euro, and you can have a family dinner or lunch for, I don't know, between 15-20 euro altogether, or a luxury dinner for 30-35 euro. It's amazing.
So nowadays the total area of this fortress is 4 hectares, but we can see only 1 hectare of it because in 1920 there was a fire during Russian Revolution and burned down other 3 hectares. Only 1 hectare is left nowadays to see. Over there we can see marble throne. Amir used to sit on the marble throne on a carpet and matters, not on the throne. It was a winter palace and they wanted to keep heat inside. That's why they made it in smaller size. All of the gates were closed after sunset and were opened after sunrise. Nobody could go out or in at night without permission of Prime Minister or Emir.
So are you from Bukhara? From here?
Not so far, if you know the train station of Bukhara, it is in Khiva.
Oh, yeah, Karachi.
About
Yeah, it's very nearby.
So this court was stable court of Emir. From 15th till 24th we can here tied to pillars. But you can see that nowadays, so when it gets cold, they put the horse in the first floor. Only Emir's horse were kept because nobody else could enter on horse, as I said, only Emir could enter. And in the second floor they used to work administrative service.
Me too. My name is Kamaluddin.
What? What's your name?
Kamaluddin.
Bukhara is another of the jewel cities along the ancient Silk Road, something that made it a center of trade, scholarship, culture and religion for many years. The amount of cultural heritage in this city is really overwhelming. When you think you have visited most relevant places in the city, then you discover patios like this with this beauty, which is breathtaking. In this trip I am feeling the summer very intensely, and you know what? According to the Chinese traditional medicine, summer is the time of the heart. Why? Very simple, because summer is the time to do the things you used to do when you were a child. And everybody knows that anything children do are very emotional, very close to their heart. So summer is the time to do things that make you feel like a child again, that make you feel your heart very intensely. Yeah, it's a beautiful approach. I like it. Let's be a child again. Well, as a matter of fact, I think I have never stopped being a child in my life. The water tower of Bukhara was built in 1920 to become part of the water supply system. Today it is a tourist attraction that allows visitors to enjoy the beauty of the city from an elevated perspective. a spectacle that I wholeheartedly recommend. Another interesting observation is that here in Uzbekistan you see children playing on the street. You see them playing football, playing with real toys, interacting with each other. And this is something you don't see in Europe for many decades. You don't see in developed countries for many decades. This is a very powerful tool for interacting with each other, for socializing, for developing real social relationship with others. And if you realize the young people in the first world, they need to have electronic devices in their hands, they need to have access to internet, and when they don't have it, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to spend their time, they get bored, and sometimes they even get desperate. And I believe this is a consequence of the lack of real physical interaction with others, something that doesn't happen here in countries like this. So, when I see children playing football on the street in Uzbekistan, I think this is really lovely. This is a country where I feel I can trust people, and I also feel they trust me. For example, this is the only country in the world where I have been allowed to stay in my hotel well beyond the checkout time, many hours beyond the checkout time. They say, okay sir, you can stay in the hotel until the departure of your train, no problem, completely for free, don't worry, relax. And this is very nice. I feel very grateful for that. And as I say, this is the only country in the world where I have been given this opportunity. Another example of trust. Last night I had to pay the bill of my dinner in a restaurant. I tried to pay with my credit card, so the bartender produced a payment machine, but the cable of the payment machine was very short, so she could not hand out the machine to me. So she asked me to tell her my PIN code, the PIN code of my credit card. And I said, what? And she said, yes sir, tell me the PIN code of your card. And I decided to trust, because she was asking me to give her my PIN code in a very normal way, like business as usual. So as I say, I trust the lady. I told her my PIN code, she keyed in the code for me in the machine, so she paid, no problem, payment was done. Then I have spoken with other travelers, and it seems to be very usual because they had similar experiences. They also had to give the PIN code of their credit card to some bartenders, not everywhere, but in some restaurants. So they key in the code for you, they pay. And yeah, it seems this is very usual here. It's normal, and I believe it's not problematic. I trust them.
Сегодня с нами будут танцевать Рига и Волгоград.
Samarkand is a different story. On the one hand, it is huge. It reminds me a little bit of Indian cities with a lot of traffic, and you can very easily get trapped in a traffic jam at one of the many unsignaled intersections in the city that you can find. And if this happens, the only solution is to wait for a policeman to manually dissolve the chaos. Otherwise, they don't get out of there. On the other hand, on the positive side, the monumentality of this city is really tremendous. And not only for the number of monuments, but also for the size of those. These buildings were made to demonstrate power and to impress, and they really do. An opportunity to meet people with a different approach to life.
Now, where will we go?
We don't know yet because
We're gonna stay here 2 days and then Tashkent.
Tashkent, finally
Yeah.
Tashkent.
Do you like there?
Of course.
Very
yes,
much.
Very much.
Do you wish in the up? The first room?
Yeah. We have been there. All right.
Thank you. Have a
So,
nice day.
Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye.
From this way,
You have to see the blue cupola.
oh, okay.
Oh, this right.
On the mausoleum avenue?
This is the mosque, Shah-i-Zinda.
Ah, okay. Es una fruta así verdura.
And this is my hotel in Samarkand. It's so different from other hotels where I have stayed in this trip. Very different from modern hotels. It's very folkloric, colorful, amazingly beautiful. And more importantly, it is located in the middle of a monumental site. So you just get out of your room and see this beauty, this immense beauty. It's wow. Samarkand is the most famous city of the ancient Silk Road. Among the many historical sites in the city, the Shah-i-Zinda necropolis and mausoleum occupies a prominent place. The beauty of this wonderful architecture is really inspiring. A land of history and amazing sensations. In the 14th century, Samarkand became the capital of the Timurid Empire, the empire of Amir Timur, the great conqueror whose fame reached all the corners of the known world. The great Amir Timur is buried here in this mausoleum. Together with Genghis Khan, he is without any doubt the most popular figure of the history of Central Asia. Amir Timur's empire went from the current Turkey to the current Mongolia, including Afghanistan and the north of India. So, not so large as Genghis Khan's empire, but not so far away from that. Also a huge empire. This city is really special. Samarkand is making my imagination fly. The country of the 1001 night. These days I have done a lot of thinking and I have been wondering what is a rich country. And to me, a rich country is a country with education. A country where people say thank you, where people smile, where people are kind to you and they help you whenever they can. A country where you are walking along a sidewalk, a narrow sidewalk, someone comes in front of you and steps aside, gives way to you and still say, excuse me. A place where you go to a grocery to buy some vegetables and you pay, you say thank you, and then you get your change back and you say thank you again. Yeah, that's for me education, that's humanity. That is a rich country. And in this regard, I believe Uzbekistan is a rich country. Yeah.
The Registan Square was the heart of the ancient Samarkand and continues to be the center of the modern city. Surrounded by three main madrasas, the Registan is an unmatchable piece of art from beginning to end.
Getting to the top. Let's see what you can see from here. Wow! Amazing! We made it!
The Registan is the confluence of art and history, and a meeting point for cultural celebrations in Samarkand. The beauty of the place increases with the sunset. That's when the real spectacle begins in all its glory.
Together with the Taj Mahal, this is the most monumental thing I've ever seen in my life. I can describe this place in 3 words: impressive. This is Tashkent, the big capital.
With a population of 2.7 million, Tashkent is the proud capital of Uzbekistan, exhibiting an interesting combination of cultural heritage.
I have my accommodation in Tashkent in the Uzbekistan hotel. It's a classical. It's, as you can see, it's very, very Soviet. And yeah, I've been in places like this quite a few times in several countries, in Russia and other countries in Central Asia, like for example Mongolia. And yeah, I love this style. I have to admit that I wouldn't like to stay in a place like this one for a very long time. For example, I wouldn't like to stay here for 1 month or so. It's too Soviet for that, but a few days is charming. Uzbekistan hotel. This place has a mix of Russian and Turkish style with a little Soviet touch. This is very much a description of Central Asia for me. Yeah. And this is a paradigmatical place in this regard. Tashkent.
Metro.
Another interesting observation is the design of the urban city center of Tashkent. The center has plenty of long and wide avenues, extremely long, extremely wide. Sometimes I have counted up to 7 or 8 lanes, which is a lot, something you don't find easily in Europe or America. And this stems, in my view, from the design of a former imperialist city. Yeah, it looks very much like the capital of an empire. It's very typical in former Soviet capitals. Yeah, that's my perception. Yeah, as I say, this city looks very imperialist to me, very long avenues for military parades and things like that. And if you look at the cultural centers like this one, it's amazing. These places are, wow, fantastic. Open places like this are difficult to find in Europe or even in America. Yeah, when you are in a place like this, you really feel you are in a former empire.
This year, I applied to American universities, US.
Yeah?
For
Are you traveling there?
No, to study there.
Study.
For scholarship.
And which university had you applied for?
California University.
California University. Oh, do you have a response already, or are you waiting for a response from them? I mean, had you already been accepted, or are you still waiting?
I'm waiting.
You're waiting.
I applied to IELTS exam and SAT exam. So
Okay.
my SAT exam is, 7 December this year, and IELTS exam is, October.
October. And are you ready? Are you prepared?
Yeah.
Or not? Yeah. You're going to succeed. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you will.
Good luck. Good luck.
Very good luck. Thank you. Thank you for the time. Have a nice day. And good luck with your application.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye. Tashkent is a place of contrast as a testimony of the mix of cultures and peoples that have exerted some kind of influence on the city over the years, from the Muslims and the Mongols to the Russians and the Soviet period. Interesting history indeed. And this is the big guy, Amir Timur. His statue crowns the main square of Tashkent, the square of Amir Timur, obviously. The car market in Uzbekistan is a monopoly of Chevrolet, manufactured in the country, while imported cars suffer extremely high custom duties. It is a kind of Chevy-heavy dystopia. Chevys everywhere you look.
a tremendous market. You can buy anything here. €1 digo. Ok. Eso es €1.
Şafran.
No, saffron no.
Şafran. Yes?
No.
Coriander.
40, sì, poi gran. Okay, thank you. Спасибо. These places are overwhelming. Anything that can be eatable or drinkable, you can find it here.
Located in the business district, Tashkent City is a beautiful park with gardens, artificial lakes, and entertainment facilities. Apart from being the green heart of Tashkent, it is also the symbol of a nation rapidly embracing change. Uzbekistan is moving fast, but at the same time it remains loyal to its impressive history. I have been a witness of that in my travel of 2 weeks across the country, an amazing experience in many aspects.
If someone asked me what I have enjoyed the most in this trip, it would be really difficult to say. I cannot pick one monument or one natural attraction because I don't travel for that. I don't travel to see any specific thing. Of course, I enjoy the monuments and the natural attractions as well, but I travel for the beautiful sensations, for the magic moments that I live when I travel. Yeah, I know it sounds poetic, but yeah, this is what traveling means to me. It's a poetic view of the world.